What's up, everyone? I'm Mitch, aka Mitch Mortar. That's when you guess.
Who's
Hey, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Vincenzo.
Do you want to restart? Do you want to re-go?
That's good.
No. First take.
Don't stop.
It's episode 1. We're already messing up 10 seconds in. Okay.
It's better to get the mistakes out early.
Yeah, I like that.
I
Okay,
always
so
said that.
we're just gonna go over like the structure of the podcast real quick. So we're gonna start off like with the news. We got a pretty Pokemon Go heavy news day today, and after that, we're gonna go into like the topic of the episode. And at any point, my boy Jeremy here, he's gonna hit some button. I think what is it, like an air horn or something, right? Can you play it?
Yeah, or not, or I might. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
He's gonna play some sort of noise.
No
and
promises. No promises.
He's gonna
I
like.
looked up Pokemon on Google and press news. I found all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, how about from Screen Rant? It's
No
literally
Screen
Pokemon
Rant. No Screen Rant.
royalty.
Okay, so we're gonna do the news first. Jump to the topic. At any point, Jeremy's gonna shoot us with some freaking like scenario, like some dumb scenario, like how many babies can you beat up at a time?
That
And
was
then
me.
we'll disrupt like
Yeah.
the conversation, answer that briefly, and then at the end, to close out the podcast, we're gonna take maybe like a question from like our Discord server, link in the show notes, and then discuss that as well. So
Where are the show notes?
they'll be in the notes of the podcast. Okay.
Oh.
So let's get right into the news here, okay? So like I said, we got a pretty Pokemon Go heavy news day. Mostly Go Fest. So let's go over the Global Go Fest. All right, as we all know, the Global Go Fest is going to be Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to have as always, the 4 rotating habitats. So we have the Quartz Terrarium, which is going to feature Pikachu wearing a quartz crown, Heracross, which is a regional, so that's kind of cool. East Side Shallows, that's going to be like the blue one, and then Baneri. Love Baneri. It's my favorite feature of Pokemon. All of which can be shiny. Then we have the Pyrite Sands, which would Pikachu again wearing a Pyrite crown, Trapinch, Gibble, Joltik, and more. Then we have the Malachite Wilderness. So we got Pikachu again wearing a Malachite crown, Roselia, Oranguru, which can be shiny. All can be shiny. Pikachu wearing an Aquamarine. So this is the last habitat is the Aquamarine Shore. So Pikachu wearing an Aquamarine crown, Marill, West Sea Shellos, and Gumi, all of which can be shiny. So it's kind of like a bummer because the in-person Go Fest feature Pokemon like Sigilif, which can typically only be found in like Egypt, in that area, and also Unknown exclamation mark is going to debut for the first time. I think it's the first time it's debuting, and it's also going to be shiny as well. So that's fun. So that's all Saturday. So Sunday, all of those habitats, they're not going to rotate. So everything that spawns during those habitats is just going to spawn at the same time. However, you're going to have like extra bonuses, like lore modules will last an hour. You'll have field research and stuff to encounter different kind of Pokemon. You'll be able to do 20 remote raids. Amazing, right?
Yes,
also,
I've done a remote raid before. Yeah.
Dude, I did a remote raid yesterday. Okay, I tried to get Uxie. I think it was the last day to get Uxie, because like that's like a regional one, and like, mind you, a remote raid pass is almost like $2 now, and I didn't even catch it, so I just like wasted $2.
It's like gambling. I had the same thing before where I would do raids for a legendary, and I'm just gambling money away. It's like
Pretty
maybe
much.
1 in 20,
Pretty
right? So I was like, oh. And
There was an
away.
Azelf raid earlier, like down the street, but I didn't go.
well,
That's
Anyway,
They'll get rotated eventually.
Pokemon's official Twitter has been taken over by Team Rocket.
I saw that. That's kind of
They
strange.
restocked
Anyway,
their Team Rocket merch.
a lot of that merch looks really good. Anyways.
Yeah, I like the bucket hat.
We'll talk about the Pokemon Go stuff here in a second. I got a little more Pokemon Go stuff. We got so on Sunday, they're pretty much forcing you to use incense, which is kind of dumb. Sunday for like you're gonna be able to get pretty much a lot of the shiny unknowns. So you got unknown DAIMN and O. So that spells out diamond if you can't spell. So
Thank you.
For the first hour, well, I guess it is kind of like rotating, but you'll be able to encounter like all those shiny unknown, Hisuian Growlithe. We have shiny Pawniard that can spawn. Carbonine, which is also a regional. And Pachirisu, which I don't think I have a Pachirisu. I think Pachirisu is actually pretty rare. We got special 7-kilometer eggs. You'll be able to get 9 free raid passes though. So I'll be playing in downtown Pittsburgh. Jeremy, I don't know if you'll be coming. Vincenzo, you're more than welcome to come. So that'll be fun.
When? In August?
August, I think it's the 26th through the 27th. Let me check my calendar real quick.
I also need to check that because I don't know what days of the week that is.
Yeah, it's the 26th and 27th, so Saturday and Sunday. Bonk, you could take off work. I did. All 3 of us will just be missing from work that day. All right.
Hey, weird.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh man,
I'm sick. Personally, I'm
crazy
sick.
coincidence.
Yeah. Don't plan on feeling well that day.
One last little bit of Pokemon Go news is July 9th, we're having our next Classic Pokemon Go Community Day, which is going to be featuring Squirtle. So for 3 hours that day, we'll be able to get a shiny Squirtle. So I don't remember the last time we had
You can
Squirtle.
get sunglasses ones too. I saw
Really?
in the research box. I think from research box you can get
They did the
sunglasses.
sunglass ones before.
Yeah, but you can get but again, you can get them, and they can be shiny and everything. So,
Shiny
but
sunglasses.
I think they're only
Squirtle.
through research tasks.
Okay, that's cool. I don't think I have a sunglasses Squirtle, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, Vincenzo, you wanna talk about the Pokemon Center?
I just kind of opened Instagram and I just saw a giant R, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. So I don't know. It just says on their Twitter, their pinned tweet just says "Intruder alert! It's Team Rockets. We're the intruders."
Wow.
I don't know, some brand or oh wow, they actually post a lot that I'm just now seeing. All right. We're about to take down a meddling brat. Which Pokemon will help us earn the boss's respect? It's a poll, a community poll with over 23,000 votes. Rattata, Zubat, Coughing, or Grimer?
No, none.
Grimer has 19%, Coughing has 24%, Zubat has 27%, and Rattata has 30%.
Good options.
I wonder if this is gonna determine like a shiny or something like in Pokemon Go or something.
Nah, man, they're just fucking.
How will this affect
PBR.
LeBron's legacy?
No offense.
Oh, sorry. How will this affect Ash's ability to win a championship?
It won't.
Ash is fucking dead and gone. They shot him and left him in a grave. He's gone.
Dead. He's gone. He's gone.
They
Forever.
killed him.
I'm pretty sure he has made an appearance or some sort of a cameo in the new series. I think.
Oh, already?
I'm not
He's
sure.
already there?
Maybe. I might be wrong about that.
They kind of jumped the gun if he is.
I thought the new series took place in like ancient like Hisuian region.
No, that's a Netflix special.
Remember when I said alternate timelines? That's the Ash in the alternate timeline.
They're not. Well, they're going through time, not timeline. different. Oh yeah. He's like teleporting. Selby does that shit like daily. There's like
True.
4 movies about that.
Bro,
I've only seen the one.
Ash is Celebi.
I've seen Forever.
Or they time travel, not Selby, but they time travel a lot. I feel like in some fucking Pokemon. That's their shit.
Love the time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like to travel
I
back in
spy
time when remote raid passes weren't $2.
Good old days when I could gamble for less.
Okay, so let's see. Next up, we have an official release of the next Japanese TCG set. So it's going to be called Ruler of the Black Flame. pretty metal name, if you ask me.
Pretty edgy.
Pretty edgy, yeah. So the cards that we have so far, I'm on Poke Beach, so like the good cards, anyways. We have like they call them like alter type Terra Pokemon. So for instance, like the big one is a dark type EX Charizard, which Charizard's
So like
the name.
kind of like the Delta species.
kind of yeah. And then we have
I
like
have
we have like
a steel type Pichu.
we have
Real.
electric type Tyranitar EX, and we have a fire type Ice Cube EX. So this is going to be like I said, like the Japanese Ruler of the Black Flame set, but this is also going to be included in the Obsidian Flames English set. So that means we're not going to ever see Obsidian Flames on shelves because people are just going to scalp it to hell and back because there's a Charizard in it. Rest in peace.
Oh, great. Speaking of Charizards, I have a Charizard VMAX, and I don't know what to do with it.
Charizard VMAX?
What do you mean?
From what
do you
set?
want to do? Just like cut it in half?
It's a 2020. It's from 2020. I don't know.
What's it look like?
I'll send you a picture.
Okay. Send it to me. Are you like holding it right now?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I just kind of looked over and I saw our cat knocked it over. Because I have it in like a plastic sleeve.
Oh, that's like the Darkness Ablaze one. No, you don't want to do anything with that. If you want, I'll take it off your hands for you. It's just just taking up space.
It's weighing it down.
Yeah, no,
I just went through and reorganized all my cards.
It costs $. It's gonna cost you money just to hold on to that. I'll take it off your hands for you if you want.
They're taxing on that shit.
All right, so it's the interesting part about these cards. Really, the interesting part about these cards is like, for instance, the Darkness Charizard, it uses fire energies to like do the attacks, but like it's like weak to grass, stuff like that. So like the weaknesses are different, but like the original typing still uses that same energy, which is weird. But
the move typing doesn't change.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know. Obsidian Flames looks pretty sweet. So we just had Paldea Evolved came out. So Obsidian Flames will be out in August. So honestly, I think that might be the same weekend as GoFest. So that'd be
So it's just a big weekend for Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, we do have a few other cards released actually. So we have Palafin. My bad. Yeah. So on Poke Beach, I'll leave a link in the show notes. Stuff like that. That's really all we have for news. I mean, Chestnut's back in raids and Scarlet and Violet. If you still want to do that.
Chestnut. Oh my goodness.
I love Chestnut.
I don't particularly care for Chestnut. I didn't get it. I didn't get it the first time around. I don't know if I'm gonna try for it or not. I'll probably just get it like in a surprise trade, and then call it a day.
Yeah.
I think we have time to go through all 12 or 1,300 Pokemon and rate all of their designs on a scale from 1 to 10.
And if they could get it.
No.
Okay, no.
Yeah, well.
No, Markiplier already did this.
There's good. Well, that's the stat I want to know, personally. I don't give a shit about attack and special attack. Like attractiveness and what was the other ones they had? And like Gen 4, they had stats like that shit.
There's like
Beauty.
cuteness.
Cool.
There's like cuteness.
Yeah.
Cool.
The one with the cool, yeah. That's what I want to know. But
how cool is this Pokemon?
yeah, I want to rate how cool they are.
How cute is it?
And that's the real thing.
Was it like smart one too?
Yeah, smart.
Smart, cool,
hold
cute.
on, let's look it up.
Because this is the stats people really want to know.
Yeah, who cares about like IVs and attack and defense?
Yeah,
I don't know how
I'm
cool
saying.
it is.
That's annoying. I don't like doing math.
You like doing what?
Math. All those
Oh,
numbers and everything. Too
math.
complicated.
I
Yeah,
thought you
especially how
said,
cool they are.
thought you said something else.
The meth stat? What is that? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love that stat.
Hmm.
What? All right, shall we get into the topic? I'm waiting for Vincenzo to pull up this cuteness thing.
Okay, yeah. It is cool, beautiful, cute, clever,
Beautiful.
and tough.
That's what I want. Beautiful.
Okay, I
Beautiful.
gotcha.
Sorry, I like it was in my head, and I'm like, I need to look this up now.
Clever. That was it. That was it. Clever. All right, yeah. So that's
What
really
about
it for the.
intelligent?
That's like the same thing. All right, that's really it for the news this week. So let's go ahead. Yeah, not really much except like Pokemon
very
Go, Fast, and
bountiful.
stuff. Yeah. So let's go ahead and dive into the topic, which is what do you guys think about like a Legends sequel? So it's been what? It's going to be like 2 years since Legends Arceus came out, and we have not seen anything about any sequel. Yeah, yeah. It's been almost 2 years, like
Oh
in
God.
November. It came out in November, right? Oh no, it was like January, wasn't it?
No, it came out in January.
Yeah, that's right.
Was it 2 years ago already?
I guess it's more like a year and a half, but still, like we haven't gotten like they literally dropped this game, gave it like an update, like
And
one single update, and just like promptly forgot about it.
I'm thinking
Well,
they 100% do a sequel. I mean, that game sold like crazy. I think it sold more than BDSP, didn't it? And that
well,
was
it
like the actual
definitely
game.
did.
I don't blame them if it did. BDSP were bad.
Yeah, that was more the Pokemon game that year than BDSP. So
That was the real like Sinnoh game that everyone deserved. BDSP was kind of just like, here you go, now shut up. Like you've been asking for a Diamond
Please
Pearl
stop
remake for so
asking
long.
us for
Shut
like
up.
this.
we have to make this like it's like a contract.
Yeah,
They
pretty
have to
much.
do it, but they don't want to.
So, what do you guys think
Uh,
about like Arceus? No, I guess it wouldn't really be Arceus, but like
it would have to be mythical, right? I assume like the other
mythical or
ones.
legendary or something.
I
Yeah.
think personally, it would be really cool to see a Legends game in the Unova region.
Okay.
Just add more
Oh,
lore onto the
they have
Unova
such
region.
good ones. Mythicals. They have Victini, Genesec's really sick. You know, they got that's you
Legends
can't do a
Genesect.
mythical. Yeah, that doesn't really work. The Victini
I
and
think
with the
Victini
Meloetta.
would work.
Meloetta's good too.
Victini would work. Plus, he's number one in the Unova Dex.
Real or isn't he number 0? Right? I don't
No,
know
he's
how that
number one. He
works.
comes before Snivy.
Oh,
Let's
I'm not
see.
sure
Would
what
that
he
be
is in
zero
the
then?
global, but in the main game he's 0 when you
Oh,
get him in black and white. But I'm not sure how that translates to the
You're
global
talking to
decks.
like the number one like black and white fan.
I love black and white. So good.
I'm thinking, and probably everyone else is probably like thinking like the same thing, but like there's so much lore behind Johto, and I feel like it would be such a great story.
give me a prehistoric Quagsire.
Yeah, there you go.
That will be my favorite game of all time.
Mm.
That'd be good. I
I'm
mean, they
just
just say
like,
Clodsire, but they make. I mean, that's a good one. But I don't know if they would do that one.
Quagsire is my favorite Pokemon.
they need to
Yeah,
do
he's great.
or like a prehistoric Feraligatr. There you go. Like they have not done anything with my boy in a long time. Totodile hasn't been in a game since Sun and Moon.
I mean, yeah, they just got around to doing
no
Palava.
nothing.
Yeah, dude, give me like a Feraligatr that looks like more of like a dinosaur or something. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, great.
Because it would be like
But then,
past, you know.
what other starters would they use though for that game? 'Cause it's gonna be like random, right? So it could be any of them.
I'm thinking maybe like
You could just bullshit them.
Greninja would
They
be
could
cool.
make Chikorita better.
No, I
They
think
could do Chikorita too, but I don't know if they would do both in the one game.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a Greninja in like a past game because it is kind of like a like I was surprised Greninja was in Arceus because it is kind of like a samurai-ish like era, you know.
Yeah, and that's like what Hisuian is like. Sorry. Sinnoh is based off of like some like
It's
northern
like
part of
it's like
Japan.
Hokkaido,
I'm not good
Japan.
with pronunciations.
Hokkaido. That's what it is. Um, yeah, like there's so much lore in Johto. So like you literally have like the burn tower and stuff like that. You know, like there was like the three warriors like in the tower that like got burnt down, then like they got reincarnated as like Raikou, Suicune, Entei.
The
Mm.
dogs.
Exactly. And then you have I don't know, like I kind of think like something like Walking Wake. Like the
You still have
paradox.
like
What?
you still have the forest, Spirit of the Forest, Celebi. You
Yeah,
have
exactly.
Ho-Oh, Lugia.
So they could literally set up the story the same exact way as Arceus. Like, Celebi could just zap you back in time, kind of like how Arceus did in Legends Arceus. There is like a fan made
Yeah.
trailer called Legend Celebi, which is pretty cool. I think the starters for that were like Chimchar, Froakie, and then I'm not sure what the grass one was, but it looked pretty cool. But I'm not sure if like the story around that was the same, but I think it'd be cool. Like you can literally like for like the past forms, like you literally have like prehistoric Suicune with Walking Wake in Scarlet and Violet. They could just
Mhm.
do two more. That'd be so sick.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think I
so
mean they already started. Yeah, may as well.
I have not played Scarlet Violet. I have not played any of the Switch games besides Legends. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Just look up Walking Wake. He's pretty cool.
Prehistoric.
He's literally
I'm gonna have to get one of the new games just so I have some knowledge about it.
uh
Eventually. Walking
maybe someday.
Wake. Oh my God! Why does he look like that? They turned my boy into a dinosaur. Literally.
Yeah.
Why does he have two tails?
Because he's badass.
Yeah, that's about
My
it.
boy, what happened to him?
I love him. You see Iron Leaves. He sucks. That's like the future form of.
Oh, but then Pokemon Violet gets some iron leaves?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the name?
Yeah.
Yes. Because he's in the future.
I love how like in Scarlet and Violet, like every
Oh.
or like in Violet, like every paradox is just like iron something.
Yeah.
Like then you have like
I
iron. You have like cool names like Iron Valiant and Iron Jugulus. Then you have like the Volcarona, which is like moth, just a moth.
Iron Moth.
All
You don't
right,
like Iron Moth?
I'm looking up a
I
like-
list about
I like
the
Spider-Man.
exclusives.
I like it. It's cool. I
Maybe
just
this
think
will
like
influence.
I don't
they,
know.
like,
I don't even know what Regulus means, to be honest.
I don't either.
Sounds silly. I don't know
Jugular,
what it is.
like I don't know, like a vein. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I know it.
But yeah, I just think it's funny because
Dreepy,
like they all,
Tricloak, and Dragapult? Who is that?
that's in Sword and Shield.
What?
That's like the
What
Yeah.
is that?
that's like the pseudo.
Dragon Ghost?
Is that the pseudo legends for Sword and
Yeah.
Shield?
Bro? I have not. Dude, the last I have played gens 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So I'm missing I'm missing Gen 5 and then most
Weren't you
games
just
on the
talking about
Switch.
Unova?
Yeah. Yes.
But you didn't play Black and White. I haven't played Black and White yet either. I'm like in the middle of playing White right now, but
Well, I've watched a lot of playthroughs of it simply because I don't have, $150 to spend at the local exchange to buy a DS copy of Black or White 2.
just the
Yeah, I did
cartridge.
that.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Anyway, what is
I wanna.
Ceruledge?
That's like
That just looks like Gallade.
it's better Gallade, and it's just Bionicle.
What?
It's a Bionicle. That's all there.
Miraidon?
Miraidon, dog.
Right.
Miraidon? What is Electric Dragon?
Yes.
Hadron Engine? What does that mean?
Dude, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
weird stuff, bunch of cool stuff actually,
Iron-
and Scarlet and Violet.
Iron Treads.
That's what's in raids right now with Chestnut.
Yep.
For now. Great
Iron
Tuscan,
Bundle.
Iron Treads. Iron Bundle's
Why
cool.
does he look like that?
Iron Bundle is
Why does he?
competitive meta. Just destroys everything.
Iron Hands.
I like Iron Hands. I
Iron-
kind of like Iron Hands. Iron
Iron
Hands, literally
Chunkulus.
everyone brings Iron Hands to raids, and it's really irritating, especially like 7-star raids. Whenever like Samurott came out,
Iron Moth looks interesting.
whenever Samurott came out,
Iron
people would
Thorns
just
is
bring
just-
Iron Hands, and like it had like a freaking ground move that would crit you. So you're like weak to ground, and people are still bringing Iron Hands, just like getting one-shotted.
Why does Gardevoir have a spear?
That's Iron Valiant. He's
Fairy
cool.
fighting. Okay, Iron Leaves. Iron
Leaves
Leaves
kinda
such a
lame.
weird name.
It's not any worse than
Alright.
Iron Moth.
Time to look at Scarlet's. Oranguru? Okay, yeah, I know that guy. Stonejuror?
Stonejourner. That's a sword and shield.
Yeah. Oh my god. Armorogue? Armorogue. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He looks cool, I guess. Coridon?
We strayed
Wait.
far away from this topic.
Sorry. Am I pronouncing these names right?
For the most part.
Coridon?
Yeah, he's badass. Wait for the Koraidon
Great
shiny.
Tusk? Scream Tail? What? That's the most unnecessary hair I've ever seen on a thing.
Screamtail looks like Majin Buu's head.
Brute Bonnet. Oh my god, it's Among Us.
He's got a good shiny.
Among Us. Fluttermane?
Fluttermane.
Fluttermane. I'm like, what is a fluter?
Welcome to English class.
None of it makes sense.
Welcome to the Pokemon Name
Slitherwing.
Pronunciation podcast.
So wait. Volcarona gets 2 new forms in this game.
Yep.
Okay.
Because
It's
it's better.
interesting. Sandy Shocks?
That one's bad.
What am I looking at?
I don't know how they
This-
pick like what Pokemon to make into like paradox forms. I think they just put like names in a hat and like draw them, and then just happen to draw Volcarona twice.
Roaring Moon?
He's cool. He's my favorite. He's so sick.
Yeah.
Iron
Yeah.
Valiant.
He has the Mega Salamence wings. And then walking
Yeah,
away.
so I'm pretty sure the Pokedex entry for him references Mega Salamence. I think a lot of them do actually.
It's just the 2 stronger ones, like Iron Valiant and Iron. Not fucking Iron. Roaring Moon. Those 2 both mention it. I don't think that any other ones do though.
According to an
they're both,
article in
like,
a dubious
yeah.
magazine, this Pokemon has some connection to a phenomenon that occurs in a certain region. Oh boy, I sure wonder what that means.
Okay, let's touch on this like fan fiction real quick. So like Vincenzo, so since you I don't think have been like you don't really do you know much about like Scarlet and Violet at all?
No, I'm looking at a Chi-Yu right now, and I'm like, it's a fish with
Okay,
things
so-
around its eyes.
I think it's very interesting because like I've seen this stuff like on YouTube before, but like people are anticipating like DLC going back to Kalos and like stuff like that
in
kind of
Scarlet
like
and Violet?
yeah stuff like that kind of like
Well-
reinforces it.
They already admitted. Don't we have the DLCs though?
We have
The
like
2
I
at
think
least
we, I
announced.
think we have the location for one. I don't think we have the location for the second one. I'm not sure yet if we do.
Okay.
I know like we're going to some
I guess not, yeah.
Blueberry Academy and like I think the first one.
Yeah. Or
And
no, the
then
second one's the first
isn't
one's
this?
with the guys, the weird looking green guys. The big old looking dog, and then the
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
I
Yeah,
thought
I
that
think
was the
that's the
first
first
one.
one.
Really? I thought the
Yeah,
blueberry
I'm pretty
guy
sure it's
was
the
the
first
first
one
one.
because then the second one is like related to the has the like the Pokemon of this region, the one that caused the terrestrialization.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're waiting until the second one for that, I guess.
I see. But there's still like a huge part of the map that's just like blocked off, and it's just like interesting because like there's like a part of the map that you can't access, and like
Okay.
geographically speaking, like Scarlet and Violet is based on Spain, Kalos is based on France, and like that part that's blocked off you can't access is would geographically be Kalos.
Oh.
And it's weird because like there are like trainers by that area that use only Kalos Pokemon, and then there's like references to like megas and stuff like that. So I don't know if they do that on purpose just to get people talking. They probably do, but
Yeah, I can see it.
they also
I
know
mean, that
that
would be neat.
would be cool. Yeah, for sure. Even if it's just like a small part. And like there's also so like in X and Y, they like talked about like the was like a big gun that like shot into like a region, right? Am I correct
Yeah,
in
that was
saying?
like the war, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So there's
Oh
a big
God,
gun.
the
So
giant thing in Geosenge Town or whatever.
yeah, yeah, and like everyone's saying that's like the crater in Paldea. Like there's a big crater like in the middle of Paldea, and like the what's his name Z? What was that guy's name? The 3,000-year-old giant. What's his name? Like Z? Is that it?
Uh,
I don't remember.
it was a letter.
I
I've
think it
only
was
gone
Z.
through the campaign of that game like
Yeah, yeah.
twice.
But he's like, upset because like his Floette died or something like that, and that's literally you can find Floette in the crater. Like there's so many things that connect like Paldea to Kalos, and it makes sense. But like, it's probably not gonna happen.
But it doesn't. It does, but not
Yeah,
likely.
I could see why people would think that we would go back to Kalos because those are like some real subtle hints. But at the same time, I know the Pokemon Company is a company, and they want to make money. They could definitely make more money just being like selling like a separate Kalos game than just being like, here's Kalos DLC. You know.
If
But
we go
anyways,
back to Kalos, I better be able to move all of my Pokemon from my 3DS to my Switch.
I
I
mean,
have been so hesitant about
Yeah.
moving them just because I know there's no game that can have all of them yet.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Like I have my Quagsire from my Crystal playthrough that I soloed the game with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see him in 3D glory that
You
is
can.
not
You
as
can.
grainy as my DS.
You could transfer it up to
Okay.
Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, you can go all the way if you have the DS
Hmm.
stuff to do it to home.
Yeah. Do you have Bank?
Yeah, you'd have to have it already,
Or
which
no,
is
no. I
kind of
think you need
annoying.
transfer
Yeah.
too. Or do you need?
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I
you
have
just need
Pokemon.
Bank.
I have Transfer and Bank, and
Then
Okay.
yeah,
then
you should be fine. You can just transfer it up.
Yeah.
You
then
gotta get
Bank is
home though.
free because
Home is
oh yeah,
free. At least
oh
I
you have
know.
to
Like,
pay for a subscription.
well,
Is it?
it's
Oh, yeah, I
well
guess for not. Yeah, yeah.
you get like one box for free. I don't know if you can do like the transferring to games or not for free. Like I'm not too sure like what the subscription gets you exactly. But initially, the thing is free to use. Like all the extra stuff you have to pay for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that eventually because I have very like on and off phases about completing the Pokédex. Like I'm on my second playthrough of the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon games, and it is such a drag to sit
Yeah.
through.
It really is. I'm trying to get like the
They're
shiny charm.
such long games.
Yeah, I'm trying to get shiny charm in uh Ultra Moon, and it's just like I've already beat the game, so I'm just like going around trying to catch things. It just takes so much time.
Yeah.
Oh, like I got to the Ultra Portal, like Ultra Wormholes in Ultra Moon. So like I've done most of the hard part. I
Mm.
just need to like dedicate myself. Like on Ultra Sun, I caught all the Sun exclusive Pokemon and then almost all the like shared ones. So that's why I just went to Moon, and I'm like, all right, I'll just catch the exclusives and then breed some Pokemon and then fill in the empty spots.
How's it going for
It's
you?
a weird method. I haven't done it in like a month.
I don't blame you. You know what would also be a good Arceus or Pokemon Legends game? I think would be like Hoenn, cause like we'll like go to the past, right,
Mhm.
and like kind of be in that era of when Kyogre and Groudon fought.
Like seeing Primal, like
Yeah,
Kyogre and Groudon in
yeah,
like their element.
yeah. I think that
That'd be
would be
cool.
like really cool. I think that'd be sweet.
They would need like something new though, because they couldn't use. There's always got to be something like big to catch at the end, and I feel like if they reuse the primals,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be as exciting.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
Mhm.
know. But I guess they could add like just random Pokemon that are like have their like new versions. You know,
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
could do that again.
I think that'd be a cool
I guess.
game.
Yeah. It's be all water.
All
What
water.
Pokemon do you go swim on? They're gonna get a cool
Um,
swim ride guy.
oh no, what's a good Whalmer?
Big Whale Lord
Yeah,
covers all the
Whalmer. There you
water.
go. There you
Even
go.
bigger Whale Lord. Yeah.
Mega Whale Lord.
A mega whale lord.
The size, he just fills the water, so there's no water. You just walk around with him.
To fly, you just like
Maybe.
sit in Pelipper's beak and you just just like flies around Helen.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like that.
Yeah, yeah. I think it'd be good. It'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Still haven't been uninterrupted. Oh no! Here we go.
Oh, that was just a.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay.
What
How
you got?
many
So,
years can I get away
this is
from doing my
nothing
taxes?
special, but this is nothing special. But I just wanted to bring up. This is a very normal question that a lot of people have been asked about the a 1 billion lions versus every Pokemon. This is everyone's heard this one.
I have heard this
But
one.
there is two arguments. Normally people will say every Pokemon, but I've heard people say the original 151 too. And I think the answer changes for me. I don't know. What do you guys feel about that?
Okay, so the question is 1 billion lions versus every Pokemon?
Yeah, well, actually, let's do 151 first. Think they could 151, the original, the OG, could
versus
beat them?
1 billion lions.
Yeah.
No, not. Like think about it. Like you have like Pokemon like Caterpie. You know.
Every Pokemon at once, like just an all out brawl.
So like one of each.
Yeah, I'd
species?
assume they're like in front of each other in like an open field. That's how I'm picturing it.
So like
A very open field.
one of each species versus 1 billion lions.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's possible.
I think,
But I think the answer changes for me when you add in all of them. Because then you have like gods and the creator of everything in Pokemon lore, at least,
Okay, sure.
So I don't know. What do you do against? It's like fighting, like just God. You're just fighting God. So like, can God beat a billion lions? Probably.
Well, let's think about it for a second, all right? Because like he can still take damage. Like Arceus can still take damage, right?
Yeah.
And say the lions are using something like Slash. Slash has a high crit ratio.
Okay. Yeah.
But
So you're saying if they crit God, then they can win?
For
Or
sure,
what is
dude. Like, cause think about it, like, he's only normal type, man. Unless
So are we going like? Are we giving them like stats? The lions? That's
it's a billion
yeah.
lions, man. Like, what do you?
We can't give every single one stats.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, do they have different IVs or what's going on? I need to know. But I'm thinking about it more like if it was like the anime,
I'm saying okay.
where like Arceus has 600 base stat total, but in the anime, Arceus would destroy anyone, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's a matter of
I would assume
game or anime Pokemon.
I think you would go anime because it wouldn't make sense. To watch Pokemon.
I would say like if it were like in like the real world for sure. Like A billion's
Because
a
if we're
big
talking
number, man.
games, then that means they would have to like attack each other like one at a time.
That's what I'm
It'd be
saying.
like
Yeah, if
5v5.
that's the question, then
They're
no.
gonna die of old age before they die of lions.
Real, yeah.
A billion's a
But
big
I don't
number.
know. I'm assuming it's that. Yeah, a billion's a big number,
It
but like
isn't.
I think RC can just float, and there's no like they're not making like a lion ladder, you know, to get up to him. There's a lot of Pokemon that can just float, and if they can just float, then they just win. What do
Have
they
you guys
do?
seen World War Z?
Yes.
Like the
Yes.
really question. Remember when all the zombies pile on top
Yep.
of each other?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
It's possible, dude. Like, it's a billion.
I mean,
bro.
if
Like,
they're
they
fighting
can
in a
definitely
city-
do
Billion
that.
of them.
But there's no structure. They can't form just a like. They can't just
Just
like hop
pile.
on top of each other. Yeah,
They can just
what
like
do they do?
pile up at the bottom and just like make like a pyramid or something, man. Like,
Uh,
if they're like, think about it, like if they're all like trying to get him like in the sky, they're just gonna fall and eventually pile up. And that pile's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger.
This is not how lions work. This is
It's
not
trying to
how
attack the
reality
thing.
functions.
Do you understand?
Listen,
though? Like,
listen. We
No,
started
no,
this
no.
question with a billion lions versus every Pokemon. I think reality's a little out of the question.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, but I'm not saying because the Pokemon they wouldn't work together. In my reality, it doesn't make sense for them to work together unless there's like a trainer, right? So
Well,
they're
that
kind of
case-
all just freestyling, but it doesn't matter anyway because Arceus by himself, I think, would defeat a billion lions as
Well,
the
if they're not
creator
working
of
together,
everything,
you'll
right?
have,
He's like,
like-
the big, he's got.
you'll have like the rival Pokemon like duking it out while like, like.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
lo-
I don't know if they'll fight each other. That might be a bit much.
All right, let's
'Cause-
just.
A billion lions is still.
Iroar is gonna switch teams.
Oh no, that's fine. Wait, does the lions get Pyroar's base stats? Is that what we're going off of?
We
But no
can do
fire
that.
type, or normal type.
Just normal, no fire.
Oh man, I'm telling you, there's like the god of time, space, the Giratina.
I think
I don't remember
I think if
like
anything,
Satan?
I think
Yeah,
if
what do they do?
anything, Giratina would probably have like the biggest advantage. He literally just like slash a portal and they just all fall into his distortion world, and that's
Yeah,
it. That's
man.
it. Call it a day.
I'm not sure what Giratina could do, but I assume the god of time can do something about some lions.
Or space.
You know?
He could
Yeah, I
turn-
know. You know, it's like
He could
I feel like
turn
they're
back
fucked.
time.
I don't know.
He could turn back time to whoever released 1 billion lions and killed them instead.
Whoever proposed the question dies.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
Jeremy's just gonna fall over.
Yeah,
and
I'm
we're
just
not
gonna
know
get
why.
sucked into the hell realm, distortion realm. It is, yeah. Unfortunate.
Love it. But what about the 151?
No, I don't
Oh,
think there's a chance.
150.
I don't think there's a chance, though.
No way, dude.
The
Like, you
one,
have
I mean,
Poke-
the one. You have Mewtwo,
Okay.
but
Yeah. I
besides
think-
him, that's about it.
No, really. I mean, like you have like Charizard, which you can just like light them all on fire. But I mean, like I said, though, like a billion's like a big number. Then you have like things like Jigglypuff. Like
That's the argument. A billion is a big number, though.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
If you
Like,
think about it,
gotta think
a
about it.
billion is a big number, though.
lions are big. Lions are big, and a billion is
That's a
big
lot of
number.
lions. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, yeah, but I just don't think they could attack him, and that's my argument. Like, I think just any of the god ones would just destroy a billion lions. They're like ants to them, I would assume. You know,
Mm.
like what are they supposed to do? It's like a million ants versus
here's
human,
another argument.
or I guess a billion. That's different though.
Have you ever heard of a small Pokemon called Kyogre? He could just drown them
Huh.
all.
I'd say
Yeah, he might actually just die too, though, because what water is? I mean, I guess maybe they can give him like a pond or something.
true. Or okay, so they'll drown. Or you have
I don't know.
Groudon, who could just bust out the sun and dehydrate them all.
He could. Well, yeah. There's also like many calamities in fucking Pokemon. Like Groudon could just he goes primal, and then everyone just like melts, and then he's the only creature ever, right? That's
Yeah, so that's at that
what's
point
gonna
it's like,
happen in, like,
who wins
Gen
in a,
3,
who
right?
At that point it's like who wins in a fight, Groudon or every Pokemon and a billion lions.
exactly. And same thing with Kyogre, right? He just starts flooding everything.
Yeah.
That's like yeah. And Exum and Yveltal, you know him. He's like an atom bomb. So,
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I forgot about him.
but
He like
but,
sucks
yeah.
everything in.
Yeah,
And
but I guess
then
that's it's a
Xerneas
full loss. I
does
guess
the
if he
opposite.
dies. So
How about
have a tie.
100% Zygarde, or not? When he does like he like transforms into like the big dude, and he does like
Yeah, I think that's
The,
100%,
the big
right?
dude.
1 billion
I'm not
arrows,
gonna
one arrow
lie.
for each lion.
I don't entirely know what Zygarde even does.
I'm not sure either, honestly. I
He's
just
like
know he's
I
cool.
just
he's an
I just
amoeba,
know
a
I found him
dog.
in Terminus Cave.
What is Zygarde 100 or complete form? Zygarde complete. What does he do? Can he like?
He's
Does
like
he have any
the
feats?
I don't know.
Oh, also Hoopa. How do you feel about as Hoopa?
Oh,
What are they gonna do against a Hoopa in any way?
Okay,
Anything
yeah, he can just
ever?
literally just teleport them into the ocean. Done.
That's interdimensional travel right there. And
teleport
then what
them into the
happens?
void of
Just
space.
teleport
He
them
just
into
get
sky.
he can
Yeah,
just get more Hoopas. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so.
But the more we talk about this, do you know what what theory it proves?
what's that? Dude,
Different
stop.
versions of Ash
no,
in the show.
stop it. Stop it.
There's
Ash.
a very
Yeah.
concerning amount of alternate dimensions in the Pokemon universe.
Okay, so I guess this is a good segue into like our closing topic here,
Oh, it has been an hour, hasn't it?
which is
Oh.
how's Ash maintained his 10-year-old status throughout the entire series?
I think it's adrenochrome. It's like
What-
baby
what?
blood. You know?
He walks
true.
into like Cerulean City. He's like, I need a baby.
I think they just got that shit on tap in the Poke Centers.
Probably.
You know?
I mean, think
So
about
that's
it,
my theory.
Chance's
Baby
egg
blood.
is a baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
He's just stabbing a
Ash-
straw into Chance's egg and just like
Ash never ages because of the stem cells from Chansey's. Or baby, was it fucking baby Happiness? Yeah.
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. That makes sense. Case closed.
That's why you can't find Happiny in the wild until like Gen 8. Because they're all just like
Is that
being
true?
consumed. Yeah, like,
I guess he's a
don't think
baby.
Being
Yeah.
eaten. They're all being eaten by protagonists.
They're all being, just consumed into him. They're becoming one. That's why Ash can, he's like chill with Pokemon. Well, I guess he's not chill, though. He's chill with Pikachu.
He's
It's because
not
he's like
chill
part
with-
Pokemon.
It's
Got all
not
this
chill
stem
with
cells.
Happiny. Not Happiny.
Yeah, no.
I don't
Yeah, no,
think
they're
you
not
have
cool,
Happiny
probably.
on his team.
No, I mean, he would just consume him.
It's true.
I still think alternate dimensions.
Okay, explain,
Yeah.
So
please.
okay. So there's the introduction of a new chunk of species in each region, which, like I said in the text, how can there be a Cambrian explosion style size event every 4 to 5 years and nobody questions it? And the other thing is, while you're talking about Ash, how Pikachu is just like pathetic at the beginning of each season, but then he's like unstoppable by the end, but stoppable because he's never won a championship.
Up until recently.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Yeah, he won the world.
Oh, well,
He won the Alola Championship, then he won the World Championship.
The world. Yeah,
the world.
Just add the world.
I mean, still, it took him over 25 years, almost 25 years, but
Well, 10 if you count the in-universe years.
so none.
Yeah, so he actually did it all in a day.
Okay, so that's okay. So how do you think you think it each season is just a different timeline?
It's just a different version of Ash. Yeah.
I could see it. I do find it weird that in Journeys, they do not reference Ash winning the Alola League at all. He has the trophy in his room, but literally they don't talk about it at all. Whenever he's hanging out with Go, he never drops oh yeah, I'm the Alola champion, by the way.
So
Did I mention I finally won?
Yeah, it's really weird. Hmm.
And
My
plus, as multiple games have mentioned, there is some form of travel between dimensions,
sure.
That's
like
still like
the ultra wormholes, the alternate forms in Hisuian
That's the games
that I
though.
still have yet to play.
I don't know. I think they just tried. Personally, I think it was more. He doesn't. His character kind of acts like a kind of like a new one each season, most of the way. He's like the same guy, but like he has new friends. Everything around him changes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's more just a. I don't know if I think it's just more of a like Nintendo wants to make it new for each kid, you know. I don't think there's an actual reason why he doesn't talk about it, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
so
they,
they
they
don't.
might
The
not
kid doesn't
have a
not
reason.
understand what's going on, you know.
yeah.
It's probably
My
just. That's probably the most reasonable
I'm gonna walk up
explanation.
to my 6-year-old brother and be like, "There's interdimensional travel in Pokemon."
You don't
that's
understand it. Thinking
that's
wormholes. Ugh. You
that's
The ultra
know?
wormholes,
the
the
adult
key.
response. My theory is literally it's just like I think
Someone's theory is, oh, it's just a show for kids.
no. I think it's just like um you don't have like watching it like are there really like Pokemon from other regions just like hanging out like Salamence hanging out in Kanto? Is that like actually a thing?
No, that's the thing. It's
So
not.
like I think it's
Ever.
just like they all the regions have like existed at the same time, but like since they keep coming out like game after game, they kind of keep it like cohesive. So it's not like they're not like oh no like this region just came out of nowhere. Like this is a brand new Pokemon. It's brand new to Ash, but not brand new
Uh-huh.
to everyone in that universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are
So
you saying that we follow the show from Ash's perspective,
yes,
and so
one
everything
hundred
is
percent.
new to us?
No doubt. Yeah, 100%. It's new to us. Yeah, yeah. So like Paldea, everything has just like already had been existing in this universe, and I think they do like a pretty good job of like establishing that. Like they're not like, oh wow, like this new region was just discovered. Um, but like, hey
This
Ash, like let's
completely
go.
developed civilization
Yes,
has
let's go to
never
the
been
Galar region.
discovered.
Let's go to the Galar region and check out all these Pokemon that we've never seen before. Like I said, like they're new to Ash, but like they're not new to like everyone else around them. Um, dang, what was it? What else was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought here. But does that make sense?
It makes
Yeah.
more sense now, yeah.
Yeah.
But you had mentioned earlier something about fan fictions, which are technically not canon,
Yeah. So there's
not
like
canon events.
a real popular fan fiction was like in like the first episode, Ash sees Ho-Oh and then wishes that he was just a kid forever. That's pretty much like the most popular like fan fiction, which I guess kind of makes sense. But also,
I could see it.
I also don't
But,
think,
yeah.
I do not think Ash is still 10. Like, so I'm saying like this show, like in like the universe that this show is set in, has probably happened over the course of maybe a couple years. Not it's like 1 year, because I don't think he's 10 at the end of the show. Because there was like I think it's like the first. Is that there? No, I don't think it was Journeys. I think it was like at the beginning of like the Sun and Moon series. I think might be Journeys. I don't remember. His mom makes some sort of like remark about how like he set out on his journey when he was only 10 years old, something like that. Then like the context that she said it and made it seem like he was like when he was younger, like he was, he was
He's
just
not
10.
10
Oh,
anymore.
Exactly, yeah. Like she said
don't
it in
they
that.
mention him being 10 the whole time though?
I don't know. See, maybe. I don't know if like.
I think
I
every
don't,
time they mention his name, it's always he's 10 years old. Yeah.
it's possible.
Ash
I don't know.
Ketchum.
Because at that point, I'm
If
like,
you, if you pull
wow,
it
it's
up, if you
weird.
pull it up on Bulbapedia, it'll say he's 10, but like I don't think he's 10. He's got to be at least
Is
12 or
he though?
13. He's got to be 12 or 13.
I
Like I
do
could,
remember seeing though that Pokemon a while ago revealed new characters for the new series of show or whatever,
yeah.
and a lot of people were pointing out that the one girl had like Ash's hat or his pin or something. So eventually we are probably going to be seeing Ash older than the age of 10.
Yeah, I think for sure, like, he'll make a cameo in the new series and he'll be older. But a lot of people were saying that this girl, Liko is her name, is Ash's daughter, and I just don't think, I don't think that's true at all. And I think they came out and said that that's not true at all.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they? I haven't.
I feel like you would know if it was at this point. You know, the show really
Yeah.
weird.
It's been going on for a while. So I think someone would have been like, oh, wow, it's Ash's daughter.
Mhm.
Yo, this obscure symbol on her forehead matches this obscure symbol from 25 years ago. Crazy.
I've still yet to watch like the new series, but it looks good.
I still have yet to play a new game.
Yeah, that's a good start.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I will get Scarlet or Violet eventually.
Definitely worth it.
Eventually.
Do
It's
it.
a good idea.
I love it. Great games.
Yeah, like another thing though is I just have not bought any new games lately,
Mhm.
like Pokemon wise, just because like I can't say I don't like them because I've never played them. But after playing through Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, each game progressively gets like slower and like you don't really have room to breathe. So I've just been hesitant because I heard the same thing about Sword and Shield, and I'm like, oh, great.
Nah, I think the story in Sword and Shield is faster. Have you ever played the Gen 1 games?
Yes,
You want
I've
to talk
played
about
Yellow.
You want to talk about slow. After playing,
Yeah.
But
after playing like
that's a different kind of slow. That's like slow and not being told what to do. But then in like Gen 7, for example, it's slow. There's a lot of
that's
there's
true.
a lot of dialogue to sit through. It's mostly sitting through dialogue.
I remember I
And-
tried to like get like a new starter to like fill out a living dex, and it literally took me probably 45 minutes until I could like catch a second Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a little annoying. I did do that a couple times. Scarlet and Violet. That's fine.
Yeah, but I really do like Ultra Sun and Moon.
Me too.
Like those ones are good. Like once you get past all the dialogue. But like I was saying, my thing is like Gen 6 had a lot of dialogue. Gen 7 had more dialogue. And like having to sit through that, it does add up very fast.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of optional dialogue in the new game, thankfully.
Yeah.
Most of it I feel like is optional, so
I
it's
think
good.
My favorite.
But there's a lot you want it.
I like. That's the thing. Like after playing Legends Arceus and like playing Scarlet and Violet, it's so hard to go back to like the older games, especially because like like you had mandatory trainer battles. The random encounters were like ridiculous. You would like step 2 feet into the grass, get an encounter. That's like 30 seconds before you can smash like the run button. Then it would happen again and like it would take you like an hour to get through like a cave. But like in Legends Arceus, there were like rarely any trainer battles. In Scarlet and Violet, I probably have done maybe 3 trainer battles like that were optional.
I've never done an optional. I just went for catching everything, so I always had enough EXP for when I needed it.
I'm gonna have to like do some because like I want to get the Earthquake TM, and the only way to do that I think is by you have to like talk to one of those dudes by like the Pokemon Center. You have to like beat like 8 trainers in like the area, and it gives you like the Earthquake TM.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so sad.
that's different.
Yeah. Plus, like in those games, they have like a crafting mechanic that you can like craft TMs, and I think after you like get ATM, like if you pick it up off the ground, you can kind of like unlock the recipe for it.
Does that mean they aren't unbreakable anymore?
Yes.
No, they got away with that.
Yeah, that's gone.
Sword and Shield, I think.
No, Sword. Well, yeah.
Oh.
Though there was TMs. The TMs in Sword and Shield were unlimited.
Oh, they have
But
both.
they had like the TRs. I would have much rather had them have done that. But they're still like really easy.
Wait,
to get.
what's a TR?
It's
TR,
a one time.
Yeah, it's like the one-time use one, and that was usually like the big moves, like earthquake stuff like that.
So there's TMs, HMs, and TRs.
Well, HMs aren't a thing anymore, but TRs were only in Sword and Shield, so they went back to like the one-use TM. But still, I'm not, like I said, like they're really pretty easy to get. And no one's using TMs anyways, unless you're using like a competitive Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a friend that does competitive Pokemon, and I actually told him about like us recording, and he's like, "Oh, maybe when I win." He's like going to a really big tournament in like a month or so.
Oh, is that the one?
And he's like,
with the national or North American?
I think so. He said there's gonna be like a couple hundred people there.
Oh.
But he's like, "Oh yeah, maybe when I win, I can be like a special guest." And I'm like, "If you win, yes."
That'd be cool.
Just be like, "Oh yeah, we have a champion." Literally.
Yeah.
Please clap. Wait. Just.
I love it.
I forgot we could do that now. Yeah.
You can clap for real. All right, guys. Any last words? Sorry, it sounded like I was about to kill all of you. Any last words?
That's all right. Yeah, that's cool.
Anything you want to plug?
I still think that the Pokemon would beat the Lions.
I agree to an extent.
Yeah, I agree if it's all of them. I don't agree.
Everyone at once.
Gen 1? Nah. Gen 1 gets eaten alive. That's all I got.
For sure. All right, guys, it's going to be the end of the first episode of the Gotta Cast 'Em All podcast. Which, I don't remember if I said the name of the show at the beginning or not.
You might have. Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay, whatever. All right, guys. See you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.